Hi, I'm Erin Fennell, and I'm back this time in celebration of National Library Week with a book recommendation. I'm recommending the book Heartsick for Country, Stories of Love, Spirit, and Creation, and it's edited by Sally Morgan, Tjalaminu and Blaze Kwaymullina. And I'm sorry for butchering those names. But can you imagine what this book is about? May not be what you think. This is actually a collection of Aboriginal voices from Australia. The Aborigines have a very strong connection to country, to the earth. There's so much wisdom there, especially earth wisdom. Now in these stories, there's plenty of sadness because of what the Aborigines have endured. However, they're sharing their stories with us and their love of country, and there's so much that we can learn from them and the wisdom of their culture. I actually had the opportunity a couple years ago to travel to Australia, and I knew that I wanted to learn a little more about the Aborigines. There are various Aboriginal groups who live all over Australia, and I went to the very north to Arnhem Land. And this is an area that you actually have to have a permit in order to go, or to go with a licensed tour group. So I went with the tour group, and we were able to hike around with an Aboriginal guide and see up close, firsthand, the cave paintings. They're amazing, and some of them are thousands and thousands of years old. I also got to see artisans at work. They paint on tree bark, and instead of using a paintbrush, they actually use a reed. Very interesting. Anyway, back to the book. You may not be able to easily get your hands on this particular book, so I wanted to offer you a challenge. Learn more about another culture. It might be a culture locally represented by people, some people in your community or your neighborhood, or maybe a culture from the other side of the world. Learn a little more about the people and the history, what they've endured, their customs and beliefs. It can be eye-opening and fascinating. At this time, it can feel like our lives are contracting, but we can open our minds and expand our world by learning more about each other. And what better way to celebrate libraries? Happy National Library Week.